Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about Endless Summer. So it has three books, Endless Summer, and it's been one hell of a successful book, I would say, in terms of choices. The Endless Summer. This book was really nice. The setting was nice. The artwork was definitely not quite good like we see these days, but it was in the early stages of Pixelberry, and but still it was nice. It was really awesome. The storyline was really compact. Every character design, it was awesome. And basically the origin of our character, if you think, has been revealed in book 3 chapter 11. That was really awesome about our main character. Like, whenever you book this kind of adventure book, supernatural books you play, you see like our main characters, like be it vampires book, or be it Nightbound, be it any other book, you see now the thing we're seeing with Wolf Bride. Like, our main character has a history. Our main character is not just an ordinary person, we have a history. So similarly here, the origin of our character has been revealed in book 3 chapter 11. Vanu was able to create a human from a fragment of itself. It was also revealed that your character is that missing piece, a result. Artificial memories were created to fill in the void, and the earliest thing they can remember about their life is the plane ride to La Jureta. They're the hope their friends need to get through the events of La Jureta. So that was really awesome. All the characters you talk about, Diago, you know, Diago is our best friend. He generally follows and agrees with the decisions we make, except when choosing between investigating with Son and having fun with Jake, where depending on what choice we make, Diago will choose the other. He teases at the possibility of you having a crush on someone in the group in chapter 14, will push into making a move on one of your love interests. In chapter 16, Diego will sacrifice himself to the Watchers to allow you to go through the portal and avoid getting caught as well. You going to save Diego is the starting goal to book 2 of the series, if you remember. Son, you first have a vision of Son trying to help you in a dream. You then bump into him after you wake up. He later defends you when Craig and Michelle are ganging up on you. If you get mad at both Son and Jake for arguing over who should be in charge, Son will start to like you if the player doesn't use diamond choices involving him. If you choose to get in the boat with Son and Jake on chapter 11, then you will be able to choose to kiss him or hug him on chapter 12. In chapter 11, he can, if the player chooses so, also rub sunscreen on you. You can choose to take Son back to your room in chapter 14, where you two had a night together. You can confess your love for him in book 2 and begin dating him. In book 3, you will be able to marry him in a hand fasting ceremony if Son is your love interest. Now for Craig, for unknown reasons, Craig immediately doesn't like you. He gets mad at you simply for not knowing who Son is, even though he is the star quarterback of their college's football team. If you agree with Grace that the hotel being deserted is creepy, he will dislike you even more. If you go to the pool party, he starts to warm up to you and starts chanting your name. His attitude towards later on depends on your choices. But to be honest, when I played, Craig was not too much pleased with me at first. And I didn't go to the pool party anyway. I went with Son to help find something. And let's talk about Michelle. Michelle instantly acts snobby and rude toward you, even though she doesn't know you. She assumes you are talking to her ex-boyfriend, Son, because you are desperate to become popular. You can either choose to, compliment her and make her like you, or insult her back and make her dislike you. This impacts the way she acts towards you in future chapters, either acting polite or continuing to make rude comments. So I played Amy before playing this book, so I didn't make the rude comment. I went like politely, smooch up. Now let's talk about Jake, another ally. So Jake originally finds you annoying and calls you boy scout and princess. Depending on your gender, he's also instantly attracted to you, however, and constantly tries to hide it throughout most of book 1. He shows concern for you several times during life or death situations. If you choose to get in the boat with him and Son on chapter 11, you'll be able to choose to kiss him or hug him in chapter 12. In chapter 11, he can, if you choose to, rub sunscreen on you, that was like option, like who do you want? So you can choose to take Jake back to your room in chapter 14, where it is implied you two had a night together. You can begin dating him in book 2 and confess your love for him in book 3. You'll be able to marry him in a hand fasting ceremony, just like you did with Craig and you're going to do with any other love interest. Queen's character, we see like we can choose to comfort Queen during the plane ride when they're flying through a storm. After this, she'll trust and ask our main character to undo the last button of her blouse. If you go to the beach with Raj, Clegg, Michelle and her, she'll start to like our main character. It is confirmed she has a crush on us. You have the option to date with her, and again like we can end up with her too. You know, like, and in chapter 8 when the group is about to leave, if we decide to tell her that she will stay in touch, she becomes overjoyed, and we can choose to take Queen back to her room in chapter 14 as well. Raj's character, Raj originally likes you, our main character. If we snap at him for making jokes about our encounter with the creature, he stops liking us. When we help him by getting alcohol for his feast, he starts to like you. And remember, after the fight, Raj is shown to be more and more affectionate towards the main character later on in book 1 and book 2. And in book 3, if we tell him to take the recipe book, he will say that you're a good friend. Then we have Grace. At the beginning, Grace feels neutral about you. She will start to like if you side with her about the abandoned hotel being creepy. If you tell her you trust her to, keep the tooth she found by the pool a secret until she is ready to tell group, she starts to like you. Grace will worry about your character more and more if you are kind to her, and she will confide in you by telling you she has a crush on Alistair. If you tell her to pursue him, she will consider you a great friend in book 2. She will lend you an outfit and she will follow whatever you say. I screwed up with Grace, when she said like she has a crush on Alistair. I made a choice that said like, oh look, Grace has a crush, or so. She was a shy girl, so it basically made him shy, and the character, the relationship bar went down, -2. So that was bummer. Alright, so next was Zyra. Zara. So Zara originally doesn't like you, but if you go to the pool party, she starts to warm up to you and chant your name with Raj and Craig, just like, Craig, yeah. So, but her character is really nice. If we tell her to look out when the crab is behind her, she will feel neutral or better about us. Zara will become more friendly with us if we joke along with her and encourage her relationship with Craig. We see like they had something in common, from the start of the book one. Remember when we were searching for alcohol, how she was saying like what Craig likes or not. So we see like a spark between them, like not like really spark, but they had something before. They used to hang out together, but right now they're not together. So that was really interesting, I would say. So next, here comes the main mystery girl, Estella. You appear to save some sort of link with Estella. This first occurs in chapter 1 when they lock eyes on the airstrip and you can break the gaze. If you choose to stargaze with Estella, she will admit she thinks that you are a nice and honest person. She also admits that the people around her get hurt and she doesn't want you to get hurt in the diamond scene. After she ventures into the jungle and hasn't returned for 2 days, you feel concerned and nervous that something happened to her. They have a dream of Estella being dragged away by vines telling you to find her. In chapter 9, it is implied that she has a crush on you when she tells you about a possibly romantic dream she had about her and you. You can choose to take Estella back to your room in chapter 14 like Sam, and you can marry her in the book 3 like it. Now, here's the main character, Alistair. Alistair originally states that you and many others are idiots and simpletons, basically. So, in book 2, he betrays us. In chapter 14, we can choose to either forgive him and surrender peacefully or put up a fight and, spit in his face. His catalyst idol shows a timeline where you murder him in cold blood as a way to avenge your friends who have been killed due to his and his father's actions. He is shown to be jealous that Rourke considers you to be more dangerous than him. Now we have other characters like Leela, the Endless, If you solve the puzzle in book 2 finale, you finally meet the Endless, if you remember, who is revealed to be an elderly version of your character from another timeline. If you didn't solve the puzzle, you will meet the Endless later in book 3 chapter 5. According to the Endless, she or he, they've been stuck in a time loop where they've watched their friends die and tried to solve the puzzle 2,139 times. I remember the number, guys. The Endless states that the Catalyst idols were a test to see if your character was ready to save the world. The Endless acts as your mentor and provides with your clues. In Book 3, Chapter 11, the Endless has faded away and left their suit for you to have it, which you can use it. So it was awesome. Yes, I heard that it was an awesome book, moreover. So that was Endless Summer, that you get a lot of powers like telepathy, then physical combat, teleportation, pyrokinesis, chronokinesis, psychometry, and other features you get in this. So that's a really awesome book, I would say, and that's all about this. So let me just know in the comment section how do you like about it. So I still feel thrilled about this book. When I really talk about that, I studied a long time ago. It's one of Pixelberry's earlier books. So Endless Summer is always gonna be there. So when it ended, it was kind of a bummer. I don't know, like it's probably ended like other books, but I feel like it was a solid storyline. As I said, the artwork could have been better. To me, I think it would have been better if the artwork were better. So, but anyway, so nonetheless, this is an awesome, fine book of choices. Let me know how you feel about Endless Summer, and also in the comment section, let's discuss. And also, just to know you, just stay with my channel because a lot of information to come regarding foreign affairs, old pride, and other books releasing next year, including Open Heart Book 3, and new 2 books are coming, guys. New 2 books are coming. One blog post this last week of 2020, and the January Insiders of Choices. These are going to be huge. So I'll make sure to inform you. So just wait for that. Thank you, guys. Bye.